Hey everybody, just getting the stream going here. Surprise, we're going to be doing the live stream for the World Qualifiers here at the Moose Lodge in Orlando. So getting things set up, kind of surprised that we're doing this at all. We hadn't prepared for it, but we're going to do our best to bring you all the action from the World Qualifiers event here this weekend. So good to see you. I'm going to shut off my mic for a little bit, and we'll be live with a match starting in about 20 minutes.
to get first and second
Okay,
place.
Kim
Now
making
you
some
get a plaque
announcements.
and an invite to a very big tournament.
We have got
All right.
the stream
Let's
up and
go through
running.
the rules because I am required by law, APA law, to go through all this with you guys. I know that we go through this most all the time, and you guys have always heard it from Tri-Cups, but here is what we've been practicing for. This is where all the rules come into play. This is where all the rules get enforced. This is where I come down and warn you about something, but I don't have to. So please, 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 guys, make sure you're following all the rules. First off, practice time. There is none. If we open up tables for practice, you will get to practice. But as of right now, do not get on that table. You will disqualify your team. In 15 minutes. So keep an eye on your opponent. Sudden death is 3 hours and 45 minutes from start time. No, we are not starting right at 7. It's world qualifiers. You will get 3 hours and 45 minutes from the start time. We'll let you know when that is. I really, this is very small writing. Guys, do not make fun of me. I know I'm getting hurt. Look at that. I can read now. Okay. Coaching. You guys have a coach. You know who it is. They will come up and call the timeout. You get 1 timeout per game, no matter your skill level. ID. Guys, actually, if you get asked to present your identification, you have to. So if the team you're playing against goes, I don't know this dude, who are you? Let me see your ID. You have to present it. If you do not present your ID, you actually cannot play. So please keep in mind that this is serious, just like Vegas, where you will need your ID if you get asked. Dress code. Guys, I am very lenient. Look at I don't care as long as it's not offensive. If I get a complaint about what you are wearing, that's it. You cannot play. You have to go change. If you refuse to change, you forfeit. So make sure I don't see your ass crack. Make sure you're covered up. I get it. Please make sure it's not offensive. No earbuds. If you have a hearing aid, please let your opponent know that it's a hearing aid. Otherwise, nothing in your ears. No smartwatch on your watch. If you walk over to here and you start playing and you have that smartwatch on, I can disqualify you. I'm not saying I will, I say I can. So please, please make sure you take that off if you're playing. Do not mark your pocket with your cell phone. Why are we not marking our pockets with our cell phones? Exactly. Because everybody has found a fun way to cheat. Isn't that great? Doing your scorekeeping on paper. I know a lot of you are not used to paper. A lot of you have no idea how to write anymore. Please make sure it's legible. There are total innings, and you circle the winner. If you do not total the innings, I will give you the paperwork back. It's not going to hold us up here. So please make sure you're totaling your innings. I will call out your whole team. What else? Skill levels. You guys are playing at your highest skill level for World Qualifiers. That means the 6 things I told you about online earlier, which is 1, your current skill level, 2, how you ended the spring session, 3, the session you qualified, how you ended the session, 4, any subsequent sessions you ended with. So if you qualified in the summer as a 4 and you went down to a 3 in the fall, you have to play as a 4. If you qualified as a 3 in the summer and you went up to a 4 in the fall and back down to a 3 in the spring, you have to start as a 4 because you ended fall as a 4. If you are male, you cannot be 2. I know, I don't know. But if you play in another area and they have you high, you come over and grab the form and fill it out. Your request will be read through possibly during Worlds, possibly after. But don't talk to me about skill level. We're not taking those requests today. What else? What else? Certification forms. This is your certification form. You should have already turned it in. If you have somebody that did not sign it, they cannot play. The second that rack is struck, if they are not signed on here, you forfeit. I've seen it happen. Right, Tim? I've seen it happen. Please make sure everybody is signed that cert form. What else? You guys don't need to hear about that. Something about the 3.5 hours. 3 hours, 45 minutes. We are not splitting tables. There are reasons behind it, but there is no splitting tables. You can only split tables if there are enough tables for me to offer it to everybody. Are there 2 tables for every team in here? No. So you guys are not getting to split tables. If you need a referee, there is 1 green flag at every table. Wave that flag and a ref will come. It will either be myself, John Blaney if he's not playing. We've got Ronnie if he's not playing. And those are really my refs. If anyone else wants to ref, they need to talk to me. Oh, Scott Cummins. So you'll see the red referee jersey or the pink hair. That's it. You guys get 20 seconds a shot, 45 for a tough one. There will be no slow play tolerated. I know there is one team that I've had to speak with multiple times. I am not going to be so lenient during World Qualifiers with that team. So please be very careful that you guys are taking your shots as you need to take them. Does everyone understand that? If you see a ref over there timing you, that's not good. Notify a referee. notify a referee. We will get you times, and you will be in problematic status. You can pick up the ball at any time and handball in hand your opponent for any reason. Sportsmanship. Common players. Those common players, before you start, need to come up here and speak with me. They can either sit out, which means away from the whole table, or they can pick a team. If you pick a team, that's the team you follow with, which means if that team loses, bye. You don't continue playing with the team that goes forward, which is why people choose to sit out. Does that make sense? If it happens, we'll talk. All right. That is pretty much all the rules that I have. We are at the Moose Lodge. Again, we love it here. Make sure you're tipping the bartender and your wait staff. They are doing an amazing job, and we really love being here. So thank you guys for having us, and make sure you guys are treating them appropriately. Right, Kat? All right. It is very hot outside. Do not hold the doors open. Get in and out. If you're going to smoke, you go out here, get in and out. Back here to the parking lot, in and out. We try to keep it nice and cool in here, but it will get hot. So please make sure to keep the doors closed. Also, the music situation is fixed. It is random. It's got all genres. It is Spotify. I don't want to hear a complaint about the music. I'm not adding your song. I'm not doing any of that stuff. It is random. It is the radio. Enjoy. That's all. Also, there are World Qualifier shirts for sale over there. They're $20. So you want a shirt? There's a limited amount. Those are 8-ball and 9-ball. So grab them now. If you're in there for 9-ball, can't tell you that there'll be left for that. All right. Is everybody ready to start? I got through those rules in record time. It was a lot of crap. Thank you for not asking questions. All right, based on the time, it is 7:08. I'm going to call your tables, and we are going to have an official start time of 7:20. So now, who can add? What is 3 hours and 45 minutes from 7:20? Just well. What do we got, Scott? Which means at 11 o'clock, somebody's coming around with a red pen. We'll mark 7 down for paperwork. We're going to call your tables. If you do not have a raccoon sticker, I don't have your cert form and you cannot play yet. If there's an N next to a name, you did not sign a cert form and you cannot play. So please make sure that you guys pay attention to stickers and N's. No, I don't have yours. All right, I do have a couple up here, so I'm going to be going through these while we're calling them. Okay? All right. So table assignments will go to you.
Table 1, Justin Tip and my band. On cue. Table 3, Hurricane Hippos and
Well, this just about to get started here. We're going to start right at looks like 7:20, so we got about 6 minutes yet. My bad. It's just politics going up against just the tip on the streaming table. So I don't have to go far if I need to play. I'm calling for anyone from Team Better Late to come on up. Apparently, they have not filled out their cert form.
If you are playing against Better Late, the shit show, put your watches on in 15 minutes. You are winners and you can leave. Thank you, Joa.
Jason flipping the coin here to see which one of our teams is going to put up first on table one.
John Blaney. You can go to on cue and sign Carlos is good. Congratulations. You move on to the next round.
Thanks for letting me know the video and audio is looking smooth now. Appreciate it, honey. That would be my wife in there.
Also, real quick, Jim is streaming on table one. If you need to know how to watch it, come over here. He has a QR code that he can give you. You guys can watch it on his YouTube channel, and we will be posting it on Facebook. Good luck, guys.
Okay, we're going to get started here. Colin from My Bad is just Full Tech, skill level 4, going up against Renee, also skill level 4 from Just the Tip. That's going to be close. Colin's going to get it, though. And we'll get started with that. All right. Being these are both skill level 4, we're going to have an even race to 3. So both players must reach 3 racks in order to get the win for the match. And Colin going for the side break. 8 ball moving, but not towards the pocket. Looks like we got a dry break. 6 ball on easy in. Bit of a cluster there, though. Got to queue up over top of the 9 and the 3 to get out of. And she gets the 6. So Renee will be going for solids. Colin's going to have the stripes for this one. Oh, just rattled in the pocket. All right, Colin's turn to come to the table. 15 looks like an easy shot in, but yeah, I might go for the 11 right here, just break some things up. Probably his next move. Well, can draw right back out of that. The 9 will go, but he's going to bump that 3. Yeah. That 12 is going to be a difficult one to get out of that corner. Colin doing a great job just working around the table though. It's really tempting to go ahead and run just about everything out except for the 12 right now. But if you can't get the 12, you are leaving yourself open to your opponent having lots of places to hide the cue ball. Moving the 4 out of the pocket, good move. Makes Renee have to work with this 3 ball here, or the 1. Looks like she's going for the 3. Oh, it doesn't go. Well, not a lot of great shots here for Colin. 13 ball. He can get by the 1. Get the 13 ball up in the corner. And he's going to bump the 10. Not in a great place now. See what he goes with here. Most likely something that's just going to be a safety. Oh, try to go off the 7 into the corner. Nice move. And Renee going for a safety of her own. Oh, it didn't make it to the, did not make it to the rail. That's going to be a ball in hand. He could definitely get the 10 in right now. The problem is still that 12 ball. I think he's setting himself up to try and bank it. Oh, it doesn't quite go. Well, yeah, on the plus side, cue ball far into the table, and the 12 is no longer tied up to the 5 in the corner. Let's see what Renee makes of this. 5, an easy one to get in right now, but got to worry about where's the cue ball going to go from there. He's not aiming at it, though. Looks like she's just going for a defensive shot. Going for a little defense of his own, putting in the 5 ball so that now the 12 is in the clear for going into a pocket. Renee's stuck with a combo here with the 7-3. Makes the 3. Great shot. Really great shot. The 4-1 is also going to be comboable, but that's not the easiest combo in the world. If she can manage it and get the 4 close to the pocket, though, she's in really good shape. And she made it. Wow, great shot. Unfortunately, she's now at the far end of the table with that. And getting a timeout from her coach. So this is a hard cut. She's got to go all the way over here to the corner with this, or she's going to have to try and bank it back to this corner over here. Either way, we're looking at things here. If she doesn't make this and leaves the cue ball in a good position for Colin. Oh, yeah, not what she wanted. She wanted the cue ball after seeing the way she shot and hearing her coach, she wanted the cue ball right about there. She wanted to hide that on the other side of the 8-ball if at all possible. Calling for a timeout. Just discussing the different ways to get back around to the 8-ball shot from this 12 into the corner. It is a reach over the table. If you're a left-handed shooter, this is a much easier shot. Colin is not a left-handed shooter, so he's got to kind of stretch himself out over the table to get this one. Okay, timeout over. This is what I'm talking about, having to stretch over the table for this. And often to go for 3 rails to get back around on the 8-ball. Great cue ball speed on that one to get around there. And there we go. First point on the board for Colin. Renee racking up now.
Guys, if you get a pass and you want to enter Mini Mania for Vegas, you are more than welcome to use this as that as well. Please let us know if you'd like to put the dollar in. Get to Vegas. If you get a pass.
And getting a dry break again. No, looking like Renee's going to go for stripes. Oh, went in right past that 15. Little close to the 15 now for this shot. It's going to go for it. Good job. It's working this into the table. Okay, and the team better late never showed up. So their opponents move on to the next round without having to play. Nice cut shot into the side there by Renee on the 10. Doing a great job. Just lined up on the 9 here. It'll go all the way down, no problem. But the 14 and 12, really about where she gets to off of the 9-ball shot. I'd go with probably some draw on that and get back on the 12. 14 will go in the side off of the 4. And stop shot. So, Colin's turn. Colin has absolutely nothing looking like a trouble ball. The six over here on the row being the most difficult thing I can see. Maybe that 2 ball, but he's already on it. The 8 ball is not in a great spot as far as getting it in, but by the time the rest of the stuff's off the table, maybe it will be. Great job. Oh, bump the 3 almost right into the 8 ball. Well, this is not exactly where I was expecting him to wind up. He can cut the 1 in. It looks like he's going to go for the 7 though. A little easier to control the cue ball with his shots and leave things where Renee doesn't have a great shot. So I would definitely call that a defense. Oh, she gets the 14. Nice shot. Not a great spot to be for trying to combo this 9 and 12 in. Doable, but some complex angles to work through. Looks like she's going to try and line up for a defense of her own. Doesn't quite get what she was after. She was trying to hide that cue ball, but did not go. There we go. Nicely done. Moving the 8 ball off the rail. I'd probably go for the 7 here. It looks like he's lined up on the 1. Oh, it doesn't quite go. Although that stop against the 12 is probably going to help out. Renee's got a difficult rail shot on the 9 and really close to the 12, so difficult to make anything work with that. Oh, wow. Look at that go. Almost. Wow. Great job. That almost went. That's a really hard time. Really hard to get something to go all the way down the rail past the side pocket. The side pocket will usually cause the ball to come off the rail a bit. I'm going to bet that Colin's going to try and get the... No, he's lining up on the 1. I was thinking he was going to try and get the 3 ball in past the 9 and move the 9 out of the pocket there, but... Oh, that's way better. Wow. Well, that's a beautiful shot here. He's going to get a timeout from Jason. Going to talk through once again best way to get onto the 8 from here. All right, 3 ball taken care of. And he's going to go for the corner pocket way up there. Not the easiest shot in the world. And the biggest issue, of course, is that he misses this. And Renee's going to have the 9 and the 12 both in really good position to go in. Ooh, he almost put that on the side. Oof. All right. Oh, Renee gets to go now. And she's going to get timeout from her coach. She has to get from the 9 back to the 12, and that's going to be the hard bit. If she can successfully go from the 9 to the 12, then she's got a really good shot of taking this rack. Well, not the best position on the 12, but makeable. If she cuts it over here into this corner, the cue ball is going to come right back down table. Oh, she goes for the bank shot. Beautiful bank shot. And fortunately, now she's got a difficult shot on the 8. Either of these corner pockets, you really kind of have to worry about scratching. Going to call for the right corner from her perspective, at the upper left from ours. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Well, that'll give rack number 2 to Colin, scratching on the 8 ball. I have never met a player that likes to win a rack in that method. I mean, it's a point, but would really, really rather win by getting the 8 ball yourself. Okay, Colin is on the hill, though. He manages to win this rack, and my bad will be ahead 3-0 in this matchup. There is a tipping point to these matches, and if you can get to the point where the other team cannot beat you, then the rest of the matches do not have to be played. Colin getting 3 balls in on that break. A little bit of both solids and stripes, so that means the table is still open. He can basically decide what he wants to go for here. Got more solids in, it looks like, but the stripes look to be in a better position from where he's at. Not so much now. He's still got a good ways to go on this rack. 15 will go all the way up, but that's a long shot. Right. Renee's turn at the table. He's lined up on the 6, but he's going to have to either reach across the table or use a bridge. A lot of players very reluctant to use a bridge. Most players just never ever practice with it, so it's a tool of last resort. I have met more than one person who says you should practice with a bridge, just like you practice everything else. Just at least incorporate it into your routine so that you get comfortable with it. Oh, Renee without any really good options here. She looks like she's going to try and go for the 7 all the way up into the corner on the upper right. Oh, well, didn't go, but left Colin in a position where he's pretty much just got the 9 ball to shoot out here. Too close to the 13. All right, nicely done. Oh, misses the 14. Gonna leave it up against the 8. Let's see if I can get this picture looking a little bit better here. I normally am recording in a much darker bar, so got the brightness set a little high on this. All right, gonna just go back and forth a couple times here. Looks like Renee's got a 3-6 combo if she wants to try it. Might be able to cut the 5. That's a really difficult shot to try and cut that over into the side from where the cue ball is, though. So nothing great. And gonna opt for, it looks like a defensive shot on this 7 ball. She hits it. Leaves the cue ball in a good position for Colin with the 13. That should bounce out enough for him to get on the 15 or 13. It should bounce out enough for him to get on the 15. Oh, bounced into the 3 though. He's going to go for a kick shot. Good kick on the 15. And doesn't leave much for Renee, but a shot on the 6. Oh, she's going to try the 5. Well done. Yeah, nice job on the 6 as well. The 1-3, it looks to me like the 1 could be cut up to this corner here. 7's a much easier shot from here where she's standing, but that 1-3 is not doing her any favors being left the way it is. Oh, maybe she's going to take aim and try and get that 1 on the side. Yep, that's what she went for. At least they're not tied up anymore. Yeah, nice shot getting that in. Unfortunately, he's going to get right up alongside the 14, which is sitting on the 8. Defense, to me, if I were looking at this right now, I would try and graze the 14 and get onto the rail with the cue ball. Got to wait for table 2. He's taking a shot from where he would be standing. It should move the 14 a little bit off of the, right onto the 8. Even worse. Okay. But did not give Renee much to work with. From the 14's position, it will go into a couple of the corners, so not too worried about it, but does have to worry about where Renee leaves him with the cue ball, which she just did. Good defense from Renee. All right, calling for somebody to watch the shot here. The worry here is that this kick shot goes down. He's going to try and come back and hit the 14. He has to hit the 14 first. After he hits the 14, as long as something gets to a rail. John Delaney doing the honors of being referee at the moment. Ooh. Ball in hand. He hit the 8-ball first. So Renee's got to try and get this run out, get a point on the board, keep Colin from getting a 3-0. Nice job on the 3-ball. That one was the probably most problematic of the balls she has. Unfortunately, she should have gone forward a little bit more with this cue ball, so she had a nice angle on the 7. Or a nice angle on the 1. Either way, cue ball back up in here would have been much better than where it is right now. That's cuttable. She can get that in. All right. Doesn't make the cut shot. Colin can either bank this up into this corner or try and cut it down to this corner. Either way, afterwards, if he makes these shots, oh, it's going to go. Not the way we were expecting, but puts himself onto the 8-ball for the corner. And this could be the end of our first match. And we'll get a couple other players here in just a bit. There it is. 3 for Colin, which is going to be 3 points for my bad. It's just politics. And we'll get a couple of other players here in just a minute. All right, it's coming to the table for my bad. It's just politics is Jason Niesman. And he's going to be facing Todd from just the tip, also a skill level 7. So this will be an even race. Once again. And Jason Niesman going to win that lag. So as both players here are a skill level 7, the race is to 5 for each of them. First player to get to 5 racks is going to be the winner of the matchup. Oh, 1 stripe in off the break. So stripes it will be for Jason. And defensive shot just to start off. John Blaney having to run around quite a bit here. I think he's the only one acting as a referee right now. Nice shot on the 2 ball. Looking at the 6 and 5 there, because he's going to have to break that up. And putting himself in good position to do just that. Beautiful shot. Wow. Just getting himself right lined up on the next ball every time. 3 ball should be next. He's actually looking at the 7 to see where he's got to go on that. From the 3, he is most likely going for the 1. And just kind of trying to figure out what his best angle is on the 7 from there in order to get onto the 8. Not sure if this is the angle I would have wanted on the 1 ball, actually. I don't like the odds of getting it between the 11 and the 13 down to the corner, but he's going to probably try and skate this into the side. Yep. And that bump by the 10 doesn't get him really where he wanted to be on the 7 ball. See what he can do with it. Wow. Wow. What a beautiful bank shot. And like that, we've got Todd with the first rack of that match. This should be some really, really great shots that we see on this match. Both of these players, top of their game. Oh, nothing going in. Looked for a second like the 3 was going to go for sure, but that being said, cue ball down there on the short rail. Not a whole lot of good shots to take from there if something had gone in. Just going to put that 9 ball all the way up there. From here, looking at the 10 and the 15 to where it would go. Going to go for the 14 up to the corner. Well, the 13 ball will go into the bottom left corner on our screen. The 10 will go. I'm not sure that the 14 will go by the 13 to get into the corner. And the 15 being the trouble ball right now for Jason. As close as it is to the 1 ball there. As we watched in the last track, though, he definitely doesn't want to let Todd get up off of his chair. If he can manage to run this out. Oh, it's not going to go. All right. Oh, that'll give Todd the opportunity to get back to the table. He's got the 3, the 2, easy shots. Not likely to take the easy shot here, though, unless it gets him onto something else. Aiming on the 2. Puts him onto the 4. You can also take the 7 and bump the 13 out of where it's at. Gonna go for the 3. And bump the 1 out of where it was sitting. Not sure if that's where he wanted to be right now. He could try and get that 6 ball in again by the 13, bounce it out of there. But either that or he's going to try and do something defensive and get the cue ball somewhere that Jason won't have a great shot. He's got the line up on the 5 ball, but didn't like it. Oh, he gets the 13 in. That is likely the first mistake I have seen Todd make. Just a little bit off on that shot, and it brings Jason Niesman back to the table, who is going to have to contend with the 12 being in a bad spot. Going to try and bump it. Beautiful job, but the 5 gets in the way. Oh, try to put a little top right on that to just cut the 12. Unfortunately, did not even hit the 12. Tight shot here. Not sure. Yep. Going for a defensive shot. Trying to hide it behind the 5 there. It looks like it crept out enough that Jason can hit the 12. Especially trying to force Jason to give him his ball in hand. Gets a good hit on it. Oh, is it going to go? Almost into the pocket. Use one more shot at the table. I'm not sure that Todd will give it to him, though. No. As good a shot as Todd is, that was most likely a defensive shot, just trying to crowd more stuff around the 8 to make it more difficult for Jason once he puts in this 12 ball right here. Oh, wow. Wow. What a shot. What a shot. Ah, I wouldn't have been able to pull that off. And getting the timeout from Jason, just telling him to just take his time more than anything. Oh my gosh. And there we go. 1-1. Jason Niesman and a couple of the other folks on my team also playing on the Bolts and Holes team, which is playing right now on table 6. So he's going to have to pull a little double duty today. Lots of other players in the room on multiple teams that are here. That can be the hard part if your two teams Sharon end up facing each other. You have to either sit it out completely or decide which team you're playing for the match. Nice spread. Solids in. Only one of the solids gone in, but let's see what Jason goes for. It looks like he's lined up on the 4 ball. Gonna move the 15 out of the way. He's trying to get in off of the 15 ball there. All right, Todd getting his first ball in. He looks like the 10 ball there should go in past the 5. Not too much trouble. See what he decides to go for here. If it were me at the table, I'd be going for the 11. Looks like what he's going for as well. He gets a little bit of bounce off of the 5 ball to get it in. 13 easy shot down into the left corner there. 12 ball looks like it should be no problem at all. The only ball he's got on the table now looking like it might give him any trouble, and he will likely bounce it out of here. Is that 15? Well, not the angle I was expecting to go at it from, but gonna bank this 12. No, cut it. Well, the cut didn't go, so bring Jason Niesman back to the table. Oh, he went too far. Went further than he wanted to on that shot. Still got options. That is one thing about 8-ball. You miss one shot and you're likely to have another one. 9-ball, you are always going for a very specific target. 8-ball, you've got a little more leeway, but bumping into the 9 like that kind of takes the options off the table. If anybody can get a good kick shot off of this, it's the two guys here at the table right now. Yeah, good kick shot it is. It's going to leave Todd with 15 up into the corner fairly easily. And from there, he's going to check out where he wants to be on the 9-ball. If he can get the 15 into the corner, get back so he can get 9 into the side, and then he should be able to be lined up for the 12 into this corner and be on the 8-ball. Not where he wanted to be on the 9. Wanted to be there. Yeah, this is if Todd can make this 9-ball into the corner now, he should be able to get at least halfway decent shape on the 12-ball. And he goes for defensive shot. That's going to roll too far for what he wanted. He wanted to get behind the 8-ball. Difficult one to do, considering he had to come off the rail and back anywhere here or here, and it's either not far enough or too far. It's hard to get that hidden that way. Okay, Jason on the 8. Mark up the lower right corner pocket there on the screen. And it goes. That'll be 2 for Jason, 1 for Todd now. All right, Jason has a message he wants me to give to his buddy Corey, who was watching. He says, Corey, you will never beat him. Straight from Jason. Oh, bit of a cluster now. And we're going to have stripes this time for Jason Niesman. Going to go for a defensive shot. Wow. Well, I'm sure Todd can find his way out and at least hit something. Oh, wow. I would not have imagined that happening. Oh, ball in hand for Jason. He's going to use it to work on this cluster, the 15, 14, and 9. I mean, I would take the 14 right now because I wouldn't be able to put the 9 in. Just gonna be honest about that one. I am a skill level 4 at 8 ball, and Jason is way above my skill level. Beautiful shot. Got a decent angle on the 9. He needs to get out of this corner now, though, and get onto the 10, 11, and 13 from here. Wow. Well, he's got a window. That's a pretty tight window, but he can get through there. But I don't know if he can hit anything from there. So he's going to go ahead and kick at it. Yeah, he hits the 11. But that's going to give things over to Todd. Todd looking to make up some ground here. Let's got that first one. Has had Jason take the next 2 racks, so he's going to want to come back. And oh wow, I can't. Of all the shots to miss, I would not have imagined him missing that one. I haven't watched Todd shoot a lot, but the times I have watched him shoot, just amazing shots. Jason trying to figure out the best route to get back to that 11 ball and get it moved. This should bump the 13. Nope. Oh. Well, it's still got a line on it for the side pocket, which should have the cue ball wind up somewhere up in here, which will give him a shot at banking the 11. Not a lot of really great shots here, though, for Jason to work with. He's having to work a little bit harder than he wants to at this. All right. Down to the 11 ball. He's looking like he's going to want to try and take it down to the corner. He's asking if he wants the shot watched. He manages to get a good legal hit on it, but doesn't get it to get in the pocket. It's giving Todd another chance at the table. 6 to go for what he's got. Great shape on the 5 here. Absolutely nothing on the table here that looks like should give Todd too much trouble. Gets himself in great position. Wendy, the weird noise you're probably hearing is the music as it cuts into the broadcast a little bit. A little bit of a tick. The music they're playing right now has got a drum beat that's cutting in. Oh, wow. Great job. Oh, a little closer on the 1 than I think you really wanted to be. He can cut this into that corner, but keeping control of the cue ball so he gets the right angle on the 8. He's got options. Instead, goes for a defensive shot. Didn't like his options on controlling the cue ball there. Let's see if Jason's got enough room going by the 8 for that 11 ball. Wow, beautiful shot. What a shot. Marking up the pocket. Gonna go ahead and cut it down here to the corner. And there it is. Rack number 3 for Jason. Todd still with 1. 2 more to go for Jason's. 4 for Todd. See if Jason can keep this momentum going. Five ball and cue ball. Well, that'll be ball in hand up in the kitchen for Todd. Well, Todd's got options. All the options at this point. Looks like he's lining up on the 13 ball. Liking the stripes better than the solids, even though there's one solid already in. Yeah, he's doesn't have anything between him and running this one right out. Unfortunately, that's a little bit further than we wanted to be on that. Manages the combo, though. having to work his way out of that cue ball going a little bit too far on the shot for the 15.
Only while you're playing.
All right, going for probably a bank shot here. Oh, just misses it. And here's the danger. When you run almost all the way out, you take all the obstacles off the table. If Jason can get this run lined up, and got a real good chance of running the table out. Neither of these players at this position, this skill level. Okay, managed to get around the 2, no problem. Puts him on the 3 ball or the 6. Looks like he's going to go for the 3. Oh, doesn't quite get the 3. Did he get far enough down the table so Todd doesn't have a great shot on the 15? Jason going by now saying Corey might beat me. Apparently going to back that last statement up just a little bit. Todd checking out his options on the 15. It looks like it should go by the 2. It's whether or not he can get the right amount of it. It's got a really narrow window to get the right angle for this. Oh, it doesn't go. And bumps 3 in the bargain. Going for the bank shot on the 2. And makes it. Lined up on the 1 ball now. Going to cut that in the side and get the 7 at the same time. Not sure he was after both. And if I were taking this shot right now, I'd probably be trying to cut it here in the corner, but that would leave me really dangerously looking at a scratch. Okay. Well, Todd not really liking his options here, but he's going to go for it. Wow. Beautiful shot. Leaves himself good shape on the 8 ball. This should tie it up. Or, excuse me, get Todd 2 at least. Not quite tied up. There we go. Second point for Todd. 3-2. All right. Todd ready to break with rack number 6 of this match. Eight ball moving. Cue ball almost going in. And he got at least one of the solids in. And unfortunately, it's not a solid sitting in front of the pocket, which would be his easiest shot right now. The 12. He might be a little bit hooked on the corner pocket, on the corner of the pocket there for the shot at the 1 ball in the left corner. Wow, what a cut shot.
I walked by and I like ran through my bedroom.
Well, let's see if Todd can get this 6 into the side. That's a tough cut shot. He makes it though. 6 ball now being his biggest obstacle.
Last call for food. Guys, if anyone wants any food, it is closing by 9. So please get your food in there.
Yeah, I really don't know what his plan is here on the 6 ball. I would have no plan whatsoever with this ball other than to move it. The odds of most of the people that I would play against at my skill level getting out from there, not great. So I would just move it. Todd goes for a defensive shot. Jason gonna see if he can do the same. And let's see, Todd, a little bit shallow to get the 6 going off the rail again. He's going to try it. He's going to put a little bit of bottom left on this, try and get that shortened up and come out. Does it? Oh, scratches and makes the 6. Wow. Well, if not for the scratch, that would have been an absolutely amazing shot. Still an amazing shot. I wouldn't have even been able to hit the 6 ball. Jason now really needs to either completely run this out or leave Todd with no shot on the 8 if he can't run it out. Gonna line up on that 15 and move it out of the way. And now this table is wide open. All right, 10 ball left. Just needs to get into a good position on the 8. For either of these players, there isn't really a whole lot of bad positions on the 8 with nothing else on the table to worry about. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, wow. Todd going to mark up the upper left pocket there. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, it was not an easy cut. Todd going to go ahead and concede that one. That'll put Jason on the hill. One more rack in his side, and we'll be on to the next set of players. But I would not count Todd out at this stage. He's definitely a great pool player. So, quite frankly, this might be two of the best pool players we could watch this weekend. Hopefully, we'll get either of them back up on the live stream table again as the weekend goes on. Oh, nothing gonna go in this time. So dry break. Todd Stern. Jason opting for a much softer shot than you see a lot of folks take on the break. Actually upset with himself on the last break where he scratched it. He felt like he hit it way too hard. Your average APA players gets up there to break and just kills it. Just absolutely just goes for it hard as could be on that. Todd deciding that solids was the best for him and having to wait for table 2, taking a timeout and discussing a shot. Nice shot on the 2, brings him around. Got a good angle on the 6. Not sure if he can get the 3 ball. He's got an angle where he can get the 4 or the 1 here. I'd probably go with the 1 ball. Stop shot here would put him on the 7 and clear up that end of the table. He's going to go for a little bit of roll. Put himself in good position for either the 3 or the 4. Goes for the 4. Brings it back for the 3. And stop shot there puts him on the 7 easily. And from there, he's just going to come off of the rail and get in a good position on the 8 ball. Beautiful job. 8 in the side is the way I would call that. And there it is. We are at 3-4 now. Jason's still on the hill. Todd needing 2.
Right, right.
Oh, you all hopping around. Nothing in dry break. Wow. Solids really clustered around the 8 ball. I mean, if I were going to go stripes right now, I would probably take the 15 down here, roll a bit forward to get on the 11 as the 2 treble balls. That doesn't get me onto anything else, though, of course. Unless I do something, end up having to force something on the with the 11 ball shot. Oh, Jason's going to go on the 10 and break the 8 out of the treble. And that's why he's the 7. Because he sees that. I didn't see it at all. And just like that, he's got all of the stripes out where he can run this. And the 8 ball out of trouble. See which way he wants to make this run work. I'd probably be going for the 12 right now. Jason's going to go for the 13. And he gets back with a good look at the 14. So that will put him onto the 12. From there, he can go 15, 11, and 8 ball and out. He's taking a look at his angle on the 15 so he can get to the 11 and the 8 ball. Oh, not where he wanted to be. Not where he wanted to be. He's now behind the 2 ball a little bit too much for a shot on the 15. Kind of surprised he went for a roll forward on that and not stop shotting it. But of course, if he stop shotted it, he'd be coming in at an angle on the 15 that would force the cue ball out this way. and opts for a kick. It almost goes. Oh. I'll give Todd the opportunity to see if he can't run these solids out. Four ball here next to the 15 might give him a little bit of trouble. This combination here, the 1 and the 5 being right next to each other, also not the easiest to deal with for most folks. Oh, wow. Great job getting himself into a position on the 4 so he can shoot it down table. Not perfect in the position, but he's definitely able to make something happen here. He gets this 4 in. I think he's got a good shot of running this all out. Oh, he's going to combo the 7. Still not super happy with all of his options. But make him do. Nice shot on the 6. Looks like he ought to be able to put the 1 in, unless those are really touching each other, in which case then he's going to want to cut the 5. Cutting the 5 in should bounce him back into a good position for the 1. But if the 1 goes clean, no reason not to take it now. Yep, there's the 1. And right back around for the 5. 4 ball being the difficult shot here. He's going to have to get between the 8 and the 11. Not an easy shot here. Looking at the kick, maybe? Nope. Oh. Did not go. All right. Jason's got some options here. Gets this 15 all the way down. He should be able to put himself into a position to cut this 11 in. And then he has to get on a good path for the 8 ball. Beautiful. Not the easiest cut shot for most folks, but either of these players. Oh, it doesn't go. Oh. Well, that ought to give this one to Todd. And we'll end up with a hill-hill match. All right. This last rack for these 2 players is going to decide this one. And here comes the break for the last track of this individual match. Eight ball moving, but not going in. Oh, you got one of the stripes in. The solids are all on the table. So stripes for Todd. Went for that side break. The side break on the 7-foot tables is the easiest way to try and get a 8 in on the break. But when it doesn't go, you wind up with stuff like this. I've seen a lot worse than that, of course, too. So you can sometimes end up with all of the balls on one side of the table. Nice combo. 9 ball of the 15. Manages to break things up a bit. I don't know if he's got a good angle to get that 13 ball or not. No, didn't go. But did manage to stick the cue ball where it doesn't leave Jason with a great shot. So good two-way shot there. If that would have gone, he would have at least had a shot on the 14. But Jason opting for just defense. Should be able to cut the 13 into the corner here for Todd. The 11 ball now being trouble for him. But nope, it looks like it's going to go by the one if he's lining up on it like that. Yep, no problem. Puts himself onto the 14. I think he was trying to bump the 10 there, but didn't go. Trying to get it off the rail a little bit. He definitely wants to do everything he can to not let Jason get up to the table right now. Really, the strategy of either of these players, just don't let your opponent up off of his chair. Nice cut shot. Just about moves 10 again. Doesn't have a good look at the 13 and doesn't have a great angle on the 10. Lining up on the 10 now. Is he going to go defense or is he going to try and bank this into the side? Well, defense it is. Bumps the 4 out, parks it up against the 6, but Jason looks like he's got a good look at the 1. Yeah, goes a bit defensive himself. Todd can definitely hit the 13 here, but he's got a wall of solids to try and get it through to get it into a pocket. And the 10 on the other side of that wall. Looks like he's looking at the narrow window between the 5 and the 4. Well, managed to get a rail with the cue ball after hitting the 13, so no ball in hand. Jason with plenty of opportunities here to hide the cue ball with this much stuff on the table. So big shout out to the Moose Lodge for once again hosting us for this event. They have been an absolutely great host for all of our Tri-Cups and World Qualifier events. Fantastic to be back here again. Well, Todd giving up ball in hand. Now the question is, can Jason capitalize on that ball in hand and run this table out? Five ball being that close to the 10 is going to be one of his trouble issues on the table. Can't imagine him having much trouble with just about anything else. He's looking like he wants to line up in a manner in which he can move the 10 out of his play. Nice shot on the 2. Got himself easily on the 4 or the 1 here. Might have the angle for the 5 here if glances off it and drags it towards the pocket a little bit. There it is. My instinct right here would be to take the 1, but Jason looking to see what angle he needs to be on the 4 ball. So I imagine right now he's going to go 1, 4, and then 7 to get on the 8. Coming off the rail on the 4 ball here should put him with a good position on the 7 ball up into the corner where he's standing. And he's calling for a timeout. Wanted to talk his way through this shot. So if you're watching from out of state, go ahead and drop in the chat where you're watching from. Do you play APA? Do you play USAPL? What are you guys doing out there? Love to hear from you. There we go. Beautiful shot. Gonna go ahead and mark up this lower left corner pocket. And there it is. All right. Todd getting to the hill means that Just the Tip's going to get a point for that one. And my bad, it's just Bulatics will get 2 points for the win. With a lead now 5-1. And we will get ready for another couple of players. Okay, Dennis is a skill level 4, which means he's going to need to get to 3, while Jason is going to have to try and get to 5. So the maximum points available for any player during their individual match is 3. That would mean that they won all the racks and their opponent got none. So if Jason can 3-0 this, that'll be 8-1 for my bad. It's just politics. And that would leave 2 racks left to go and no way for just the tip to come back from it. So they definitely do not want Jason to get a 3-0 on their player Dennis. Like Jason managed to get one solid in on the break. This is our first uneven match of the skill level wise of the night. Nice job getting the 2 out of there. 7 ball now being his big trouble ball on the table. Oh, just about got that in there. Not quite. Gonna leave the cue ball right on top of the 13, though. Dennis has got the 9 that could go up the side rail there. The 10 would be a risky shot, but he could take that 10 and get it off of the 8 ball and into the corner. There he goes for it nice and clean. A little bit tougher angle on the 9 now. Oh, leaves it hanging. Does not leave anything clear shot for Jason, though. And 14 tied up with the 6, 15 tied up with the 7. 4 ball on the other side of the 12. Looks like Jason's going to go ahead and, hey, pick shot works, clears things up a little bit. 6 and 7 now being out in the open. Nice defensive shot to open things up. Oh, just about drops, not quite. Not sure if Jason can get by the 14 to get on the 6 very well. He can hit 7, but it's too far past the side pocket for really going for that cut. And it's risky to go down the rail, but he's going to go for it. This should give Dennis the 12-15 combo if he wants it. About the only thing I would go for. He's going to go for the 11 up the rail, though. That's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Doesn't get enough oomph on it, though. Jason Neesman having to grab his sticks and go over to his other team on table 6 now. Putting him up. So good luck to you over on that table, Jason. And 7 ball should bounce out for a nice shot on the 6. That's not where I would go for it, but this puts him in a good position to cut this in the pocket and move down table for the 4. Oh, a little further than he wanted to be. Wanted to be over here. He's gonna have to move the 8 ball or get the 9 out of the way somehow. Right now, if I were taking this shot, I would come off the left side of the 4, have the cue ball come back down this way, have the 4 ball come down this way. At least that would be what I would attempt to do. Looks like Jason is instead going to kick and try and put this in off the 15 up here. Yeah, he gets a piece of it. So no ball in hand to Dennis. Oh, he almost bounced the 9 in, but didn't really leave himself with a great shot. Oh, wow. Nice job cutting the 13 into the corner. Yeah, he gets the 12 in past the 15. Oh, doesn't get it. Wow, if he would have had that 11 ball in, that would have been just about it. 15 and a 9, both in the pockets there. And Jason opting to deny a good shot on the 11 or the 15 for Dennis. Leaves him on the 9 ball. He's going to get a timeout. Okay. Timeout over with. Dennis is going to go for that 9 ball. Is that going to get behind the 11? Nope. Good move. I think he wanted to get on a little further behind the 11, though, from the shake of his head. Yeah, that didn't go where he wanted. So, pockets here are wide enough. Jason should be able to put that in. He also wants to hold up the cue ball up there for a nice, easy shot on the 8. So let's see if he can manage it. Nope, didn't go. Nice shot on the 11. Oh, and he followed it in. Ouch. Oh. Oh, that's painful. He did such a great job of getting things lined up to get himself out on that 8 ball. To have that happen. Just Jason waiting for table 2. All right. And 8 ball in. So first rack of the match is going to go to Jason. He's still got a long way to go. Definitely closer though. All right, getting ready to break rack 2. Jason opting for the sides. Okay, ball moving, but not headed towards the pocket. And we got a dry break. Dennis will get a chance to see what he can do with it. 7 ball looks good for the side here. Neither solids or stripes are looking too bad. Although that 6 ball right now would be a tough one to get down to the corner. Goes for it and gets it almost. Oh, thought he had that. Thought he had that. Looked like it was going to go. Nice shot. Jason really looking for the best way to approach this group of stripes right now. And the 15 ball for sure can go. He could probably cut the 10, but where does that go? Where does he go from there? I said the 15 ball and then be on the 10. He might have been trying to break up the 13 and 11 right there. He's definitely looking at those two balls, wanting to break them up. Jason wearing one of the jerseys of the other team we're on together, the Dead Ball Society. It's a 9-ball team, though. And we did not make it into World Qualifiers on that team. Nice shots. Still looking at that 11 and 13 is something that needs to get broke up somehow, though. You cut 14 in here, but that puts him on the 9. From the 9, how do we get back to the 13 and the 11? No, going to go around the 9. Get in that position. Looks like he's going to try and cut the 9 here and get down here. So he has a shot of the 13-11. If he gets in the right position here, he should be able to go straight into the 13 and have the 11 go this direction. Not an easy shot. And got in the right spot. Okay. Dennis is turning the table now. Oh. Well. Jason is a very methodical player. He plans out his run. Let's see if he can get this 11 ball somewhere. Well, it's broken up now, so it shouldn't be as big a problem the next time he comes to the table. Dennis has got a shot on the 4 that should go into the side if he wants it. He's having an awkward queuing over the 3 ball, though. And that's not going to work. Gives Jason a shot on the 13, but doesn't really get him in a good position for the 11 or the 9. There we go. He could cut the 9 in. It definitely will go past the 5 into the corner here. The 11 ball, much trickier, though. A soft touch on the 11 might bump it in there and have it come off of the 5 ball. Neither of these is an easy shot. Let's see what he goes with. 9 ball it is. Oh, that's not where he wants to be on the 11, though. He's still got a view of it. This long range, though, you might have to try and push the 5 in with it. Oh, he goes kick it and move it out. Center table with it now. So that'll give Dennis the shot at the 5. Got a nice open table now. Oh, the 4 doesn't go. So possible cut this into the side here, but the cue ball is going to go up table here, which is fine as long as it comes back down. Give a good shot on the 8. If you cut the 11 up to the corner here, though, the cue ball is going to come this way. Hopefully, not get in the pocket, and really, ideally, around the 1 for a good shot, either into the side or the corner. And of course, I could be wrong on all counts. Nope. Cuts it up into the corner. Marks up the lower right pocket there. And in it goes. That'll be rack number 2 for Dennis, or for Jason. 3 to go for him. 3 to go for Dennis. So easy match now. Even match now, excuse me. Todd giving Dennis a little bit of pep talk while he racks here. He's not out of it. He's been shooting pretty well. That it's not easy being a 4 going up against a 6. There's definitely a reason behind it. Jason going by the camera saying, "Hi, Mom, I love you." Hopefully his mom is watching. And if she isn't watching, she can watch a recording on YouTube later. But the strategy behind putting a lower level player against a higher level player is they have less racks to get. You know, a decent 4 could beat a 6 because they only have to get to 3, where the 6 has got to get to 5. 8 ball, as well as a couple others. So that'll be a quick rack. Jason now with 3. There's no defense against 8 ball on the break. What I love about this, though, is he makes 8 on the break. And does anybody on the team cheer him on? No. Not a peep. All right, so break and run would make a mini slam. So for those of you unaware of some of the patches and how you earn them in APA, a mini slam is when you get both a 8-ball on the break and a break and run in the same match. Really hard patch to earn. And dry break's not going to do it. So we'll let Dennis come to the table. He goes for the cut on the 15. It doesn't go. Open table still. I mean, that 15 definitely cuttable. Just right off the side of it, pop it in. If you want stripes. If you don't want stripes, then we're looking at trying to probably cut the 1 into the corner here because not really much else to shoot at. All right, working his way around. The 11 ball being the only thing that really looks troubling on the table. Being right here in the center of all this mess. And him looking at, Jason looking at how he's going to get it out of there. Looks like he's going to go for the 10. Might be able to get the, oh, I don't think he got where he wanted. Can he get on the 14? Gonna elect to move the 11 here. Nope. He got the 5 and scratched on top of it. So, ball in hand for Dennis. See if he can make some magic happen. I mean, ball in hand for me right now, I would, knowing Jason the way I know him, I would not even bother with trying to leave things here. I would go ahead and move the 2 ball probably and get it in the corner. He tried to draw back a bit and get on the 6. Didn't get enough draw on that. Gonna go ahead and try and cut it. Oh, and he scratched. Well, broke up the cluster. Did not get what he wanted out of it. I think Jason looking at that 9 ball and his best option for getting it in. He could easily line up here. I mean, that's the easy. That's just sitting right in the pocket. But from there, he's going to want to try and hold the cue ball so he can get the 9 to come down the corner. No, we're going to go for the 11. I would have expected the 9 ball, but going for the 11 and the 14 and come back out for the 9. So he'll probably come off the side here, come up. And that, putting the 9 in this direction, will put him up onto the 8. And there's the 9 ball. All he's got to do is put in the 8 for his 4th rack. And there it is. That'll be rack number 4 for Jason. He is now on the hill. Jason can put this one away without Dennis getting a rack. That'll be 3 points for My Bad It's Just Politics, which means that even if just the tip 3-0'd the last 2 matches, they still would not be able to win. Could make for a short night on the table here. Should be not bad. I have an hour drive to get back home. And then an hour drive to get back here in the morning to get this stream started again. And I hope you all join us for the stream tomorrow. Our first match should be starting around 9 a.m. or so. Oh, we're going to get one solid in, and everything on that side of the table. The only shot I can see out of this whole mess right now is trying to take the 7 up this way. It's pretty close to the 9, though. I'm not sure if it'll go by the 9 cleanly. The other option is try and get enough of the side of the 6 for it to go this way. I'm not sure what to do with this. I mean, I would just be looking to get the cue ball out of there and hopefully land somewhere that Dennis doesn't have an easy shot. But I mean, that's going to be and the 7 ball is going to look like it's going to block the 15 a little bit. That's going to mean Dennis has got to go on the 12. He kind of. I hope he's not. I think he's getting a little frustrated. I hope he's not. Understandable, but never give up. Never give up. I've seen people come back from worse. Well, not worse than putting on the hill, of course, but seen people come back and make some incredible things happen when it looked like there was no way they could win. You can't do that if you give up, though. So hang in there, Dennis. Okay, running out of shots here. I don't think you can get on the 3. You can definitely probably cut the 4 into the corner here, which is going to run the cue ball up in this mess, though. So where does that, where do you stop it in order to make sure you've got another shot? At some point, it's got to be about moving things so you have another shot. Tries to cut the 2 all the way down. It almost went. Made the cluster a bit worse for Dennis to work with. And a little bit far up the table for the 15. Would have been nice to stop right in here and get that 15. Get a little bit of momentum going. I mean, a defensive shot right now would be really great. That works really well for defense. Does not leave a whole lot for Jason to work with. Looking to see if he can get it up to the 4 to do anything with it. And calling himself on bad hit. Be ball in hand for Dennis. Gets the 9 ball in. Got himself lined up on the 14. Gonna clear things out a little bit. Gonna go for the 10 on the side, which should bounce into the 13. Oh, well. That 2-3 is not looking like a great combo here, but it might be Jason's best shot. Looks like the 13 might be in the way of the 6. Maybe not. He's lining up on it. No. Well, Dennis will get another shot of things. Almost. Oh. Well, once again, not leaving a really great shot for Jason to work with after. Now, looking at the 4 ball, seeing if it'll go by the 10. Looks like there might be enough room to get it in past there, but that's a really hard shot. I mean, I might take a chance here on the 2-3 combo, but he's going to go for defensive. Didn't have really much to work with. Well, Dennis getting the 10 ball in past the 13. Got a line on the 13 now. Got to get that 12 and 15. The 13 should get him on the 15. That thing's pretty hard there. A lot harder than I think he really needs to for this. It's going to put a lot of distance on this shot on the 15 for him. And scratched. Oh, puts the 8. Hit with the 2-3, though. This is definitely the big trouble spot on the table right now. Jason trying to figure his way out of it. If he can't figure his way out of it, I imagine he's going to take a safety and put his cue ball right there. A defensive shot, move the 2 out of there, and leave the cue ball in the mess. Yeah, he was trying to get in front of that side pocket with that. Got a little too far. It's going to make Dennis have to kick at the 15 here. Successful kick. Good job. Just about got a little more gas behind that, and it might have gone in the corner pocket. A little bit off on the angle. This 4 cut shot's a little extreme. 6 is definitely a makeable. Jason is one of those players that if he doesn't see his way all the way through, he's going to be looking for how he ends up hiding the cue ball. So I'm imagining right now as this is looking like 4 all the way up, with some follow to get an angle on either the 2 or the 3. Other option, of course, is to take the 2 all the way up and bounce out just a little bit. Doesn't really give you a good chance of getting on the 3 from there, though. I stop shotted it, which means I imagine he's going to try and bank that 2 ball back over to this pocket. Unless he's got the window for the 3. Looks like he might. Oh, doesn't go. Well, didn't leave Dennis with anything easy. Nice try in the bank. And didn't leave Jason anything easy. Now, thank you so much to everybody that's watching the stream. I do this YouTube channel. It's kind of grew out of me doing nothing more than recording matches to try and see where I was not doing so hot. My team then was like, hey, are you going to put these up somewhere where we can watch them? So wound up with a YouTube channel. The reason I call it What Comes Next is based on me trying to learn to read the table better. So definitely feel like it's been helping me in that regard. But I really do enjoy highlighting the local amateur pool here in Central Florida. So I hope you will give us a like and subscribe. Really helps us grow the channel. Oh my. Okay. Well, the 2-ball back, not in the best place. Although Dennis doesn't have a real good angle for that 12 to go anywhere. And the 2 and the 3 are back on the rail. A little bit of applause come from table 6 over there. I believe Jason Niesman winning his match. Jason Barber going for a nice defensive shot there. Going to make Dennis take a kick shot at the 15. See if he can get it and not give up ball in hand. And didn't make it. So ball in hand for Jason. Calling for a timeout. Asking for some assistance from Jason Niesman. What I'm figuring here is he's going with this angle on the 3-ball cut into the corner so that it will bounce the 10 out. Okay. Advising him to put a bunch of draw on this, which should still kick the 10 out, but give him a much better angle for getting on the 2. Well, now he has got to make sure he gets in the right spot for the 8 now. And that will do it. Nice placement. Nice control. There it is. And that will be 3 points. For my bad, it's just politics. And 1 for just for Tep. All right, my teammates gathering around the table here, congratulating each other. Great job. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to finish up us on the streaming table for tonight. We'll be back at it in the morning. I believe 9 a.m. is our start time for tomorrow's festivities here at the Moose Lodge. Thank you once again for tuning in. Again, like and subscribe. Really love to, see the channel grow. It's just gratifying to me to get more subscribers and lots of likes on it. So thanks, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.